Lesson 7 homework question number 6. The function f of t describes the amount of money you would have in a savings account after t years under the following assumptions. 1. At t equals 0, you initially have $800 in your savings account. 2. Your account earns 1.1% interest annually. 3. Your bank compounds interest daily. F of t equal, and then they give us this equation, f of t equals 800 times the quantity 1 plus 0.011 divided by 365, all raised to 365 times t. The first question says, how much money would you have in your bank balance, in your savings balance after 3 years using the assumptions above? And then the last one, how much interest would you have earned by leaving your money in the savings account for 3 years. So the first thing I'm going to do is show 3 different ways of solving this or calculating it. The first one is using Excel to find the final amount and then using the equation 2 different ways. The first way is typing in with all of the numbers into Excel, or to cell reference in Excel so that we can change these numbers, and then it makes it kind of versatile, and so you can follow what I'm doing here and then just change your numbers on yours. So the first thing I'm going to do is do equals. Equals. I'm going to do this one first. Equals, and then we're going to type in 800 times, open parenthesis, because Excel doesn't know what to do here, 1 plus 0.011 divided by 365, close parenthesis, and raise, that's shift 6, open parenthesis, because I need both 365 and t being in the exponent, 365, and then multiply this by t, which in they've given us is 3 years, and then close the parenthesis. I'm going to double check that I haven't made any typos. So I have 800, 0.011 divided by 365 raised to 365 times, and t was our input. Then I can press enter, and that'll give me the final amount after 3 years. The other way of doing it, as you've seen here, oh, I didn't put in compounds as 365 because it is compounded daily. So right here, we're going to do equals, and I know that I need to reference the 800, so I'm just going to type or click and cell reference the 800 so that I don't have to go back and look and make sure that I have any typos or anything. Then open parenthesis, I do need to type in the 1 here, and then I'm going to add my percent or APR divided by 365, close parenthesis, raised to the, again, open parenthesis, so that all of that's in the exponent, reference the 365, and times by the years, and close the parenthesis. Now, all I'm doing is cell referencing these numbers here, and it's the same calculations, which makes sense. But the convenient and the versatile thing is now that this is in here, I can change this, and in doing so, it'll change my calculations down here so that if I come up with another question or problem, that all I need to do is change these things here, and then it'll just pop out my answer here because I've already inserted the rule for the equation. The last thing will be using a future value function using the capabilities of Excel. This one, it prompts me what to put in here, and this is what you will probably be using more on the test. So I'm going to cell reference the rate, divide by n, or the compounds always, and then number of periods, that's the compounds times the years, then an comma. I'm not making any sort of payments, but I do have a present value, or oops, I needed a comma, present value of 800, and then these are not required that are in the brackets because I have a present value. I am going to put that in there. Then pressing enter, I can see right there, you can see that it's saying that it's negative because this is calculating as a loan, but I can put a negative there and just say that that's positive, or I could say that I started off with the 800 from my pocket or from my wallet into the bank account and put it there. Either way, it'll make that a positive number, and I can round that to the nearest cent. And that was 3 different ways to show that you can calculate that in Excel. And it was $826.84. And then the last one would be how much interest you would have earned by leaving your money in the savings account for 3 years. Since we started at $800, I can just take these numbers, any of them, and subtract the initial. Now some of you are going to say it's easy, I can see that right there, but some of them might be harder, and so you can go ahead and subtract in Excel if you would like. But either way, we end up with $26.84 that we got in our interest in our savings account. We can verify with the how did I do and move to the next problem.